We are off underway here in third period of action. Canucks currently lead the Knights 4-2. I know a lot of you probably missed the first couple periods, but not a lot I can do. Big slap shot there from Norman. Algett took that one in the ankle. Taylor tries to play that down low. Knights able to get that out of their zone. Craig. Puck bounces right on Dominguez's stick. Weaver. Canucks able to get that out of the zone. Sent right back in though. Now Weaver, he's watched by Mott. He'll just play that off the boards for his brother Evan. He'll reverse. Canucks will start out from behind their own net. Lauren. Over for Hansen. Evan. Evan shoots, scores! Oh, it's on the edge. That sure looked like it at first. No, it didn't.
50-50 tickets out, and I'll announce the number.
Absolutely muffed it, I did there. Just like I saw the net.
Ready to go.
Ripple.
The is $880.
Referees even had to check there. That was close. Battle for the puck off that face-off in the night zone. Knights tried to force it up the middle. That was intercepted by Bame. He sends it right back in. Stanky out of his net. Bame tried to slow that one down. That got past him. Now here comes Legault. Legault has Smith with it. Leaves it for him. Tried to get it back for Legault. Now Bame has Massingham with him and Henriksen. Henriksen shoots, save, rebound. Puck's loose. Stanky couldn't cover that one up. Now Christian Kenny weaving his way through center ice into the Canucks end. Kenny, he'll ring it around the boards. Legault stops up, tried to get that on net as he was losing an edge. That just bounced wide. Canucks able to clear it out of the zone. That's down the ice. Wrong side of icing, or the center ice too, so that's icing against the Knights.
Okay, the 50-50 ticket number.
Couple other games in the NPHL tonight as well. Fort St. John made the trip up to Valley View, and Manning is in High Prairie tonight. Those are the only two other games in the NPHL.
You go to the desk there up top.
Starting night here for our 71st season in the NPHL. Canucks ring that one around. Weaver trying to go end to end. He stood up at the blue line there, broken up. Puck sent back the other way. Lorne up the ice for Van de Wettering. Hager intercepts that one and just dumps it in. Hager gets to it first. Tied up there by Weaver. Couldn't get a shot on. Puck loose. Brown just plays it to the corner. Fans here calling for a penalty on Lauren Weaver. Not going to be enough for icing, though. Egan beats it. Knights just needed to take like a step or two, like down closer to the dots there, and they would have had that icing. Poked in, though. Canucks in the middle of a change. Craig absolutely bowls over his man. Puck loose. Bounces free. And the Canucks are out. Sent up the ice for Van de Wettering. He couldn't knock that down with the glove. Norman with it. Norman weaves his way through a couple Knights and then dumps it in. In on the forecheck, lays a hit. Doesn't get the puck though. Second opportunity from his teammates will help keep the line. Over for Taylor. Couldn't take that cleanly off the back of his skate. Knights will bring it in though. Lost control at the blue line. Gilbert will just clear that out. All good. Puck bounces to the middle. Hudson trying to bring that in on the attack. Canucks able to dump that one in. Stanky out of his net. Leaves it there for Hudson. Turned over. Hansen trying to pounce on that. Deserlet in the slot. Sent over for Weaver. Weaver, long shot. That one's tipped just wide. Now Evan Weaver at the right point. On net. Paddled to the glass there. Desjardins comes in and picks Hudson's pocket. Desjardins still with it, holds the blue line just barely. Desjardins shoots. That one bounced off a body just wide of the net. That one's cleared down the ice. Kuntz gets to it first, centering pass. Bame able to break that up. It's at the side of the net. Round's able to cover that one up with the goal stick. Face-off will be inside the Canucks zone, just to the right of Josh Round. Mott out here for the Knights. Knights fans trying to get them cheering, or trying to get some momentum here by getting a Go Knights Go cheer. Apparently I can't talk. Dangerous pass up the middle there by Massingham. Can't get it out of the zone. That's going to give the Knights a chance to attack. Now here comes Mappin. Gets away from Weaver. Trying to make his way through another defenseman. That one's a penalty coming up against the Canucks. Going to be a hooking call. So the Knights are going to go to a power play. It's going to be Lauren Weaver going to the box for the Canucks. This Knights power play unit is scary. Mapping out for the face-off. That one's cleared up into the netting. We'll redo the face-off.
2 minutes for hooking. 14:57.
Van de Wettering out here for this draw against Mappin. Van de Wettering just slapped that forward out of the zone. Smith with it. Christian Kenny, Knights assistant captain, gets it up for Mappin. Their other assistant captain. Mappin with it. Trying to set up now. Craig at the point. Cross ice. Smith has it. Into the bumper. Shoots that one. Van de Wettering came in at the last second, able to get a piece of his skate in front of that and block the shot and send it up into the netting. Puck loose here after the face-off. Knights are going to end up with the puck, though. Craig down for Smith. Nice job by Taylor to break that one up. See if they can get it out, and he does. Taylor will send it down the ice. Stanky out of his net. Norman in on him. Knox doing a good job trying to break up this entry. Slapped down the ice by Taylor, and he'll get off the ice real quick. Penalty killers change up. Knights will bring it right back in. Smith with it. Hansen takes a slip. That almost set up a backdoor opportunity there for Smith. Now Craig back over for Kenny. Graham Craig at the top of the point. Over for Smith. Down low, Legault. Puck bouncing in the slot. Ends up on Craig's stick. Craig down low. Finds Mappin. Back to the left point for Kenny. Knights doing a good job passing this around. Long shot, glove down. Rebound loose at the side of the net. Weaver with it. He's hit to the ice, puck loose, but it's going to squirt all the way outside the zone. Canucks going to be able to change up their entire penalty killing unit. Mappin. He'll bring it in. He's going to do a lap around the net, try and set up here for the Knights. Mappin. Watch closely there at the point. Egan. Van de Wettering. Down low. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Knights. Just wide of the net. Wide open net there for Smith, and he couldn't capitalize. Legault back to the point. Finds Smith. Takes that off his skate. Now back to the point. D-to-D pass. Back down for Smith. Some of these penalty killers have been on the ice for quite a while for the Canucks. They're back to even strength, but they're going to want to get off. But here's a 2-on-1. Craig shoots. Saved by Stanky and able to fall on the rebound as Craig was there looking for some garbage. Jeff Taylor out here for this face-off. Another face-off win for him, and that's one area right away. Jeff came back, and having someone steady in the face-off dot like him just helps out so much. Penalty kill, power play, even strength, it doesn't matter. You always need someone good in the dots. Taylor with it on his backhand now, behind the net, tries a wraparound. That one's broken up. Taylor gets it right back. He'll send it down low for Desjardins. Desjardins trying to spin off a hit. He does. Desjardins with the puck. Backhander. Now Taylor with it. Canucks trying to hem the Knights in. Hager trying to catch up to that pass. Weaver on. Puck loose in the slot. Taylor couldn't catch up to that, and that's going to let the Knights get out. Hager all alone as the rest of his teammates were changing. Puck loose here. Battle for it. Just outside the blue line, you guys can't see. Canucks end up with it. Weaver fanned on that pass, but it worked out. Canucks just dump it into the opposite corner. Desjardins, they'll just play it down deeper. He needs to get off for a change. Hansen broke up that pass. Now Massingham will just play it back, and he's hammered into the boards. And we got a penalty coming up against the Knights. Massingham drew a call there. He's going to take another bump. Made a play, though. Now the Knights will come in, touch the puck, and we got a whistle for a penalty. That's going to be Brandon Coons going to the box. Either going to be boarding or checking from behind. I didn't see the call, but pretty safe to say it's one of those two. Joey Massingham, after taking that hit, drawing the penalty, he's going to stay out here for this power play. Hansen's going to take the face-off. Massingham plays it back to the point.
Penalty to number 49.
Gilbert over for Henriksen. Hansen, what a save by Stanky. Absolutely robs Hansen. Kicks out that pad. Now Henriksen, he'll start out from behind his own net. Canucks will bring it up the right wing. Now Hansen takes a pass from Gilbert. Hansen tried to play it back. Bounces down low. He battles for that puck. Auget comes in. Bain does as well. Puck's going to squirt loose, and Graham Clark's going to get to it first. Or Graham Clark. Centering pass. Bain had that deflect off a Knight stick, so he couldn't get a shot on. Under 10 minutes left here in this third period of play. Weaver is going to try and go end-to-end for the Canucks, get them set up on the power play. Norman, that one's paddled away into the corner. Stanky has it, and he'll just cover it up for a whistle. Taylor, Norman, Desjardins out here for the power play forwards. Taylor tied his man up, couldn't win the face-off. Knight's only able to get it down the ice a little bit. Round comes out of his net. Gotta watch out there for their captain. He's a little speedster, Liam Boyle. Norman brings it in on the left wing. NPHL's leading scorer last year. Tried to bank one in off the mask. Desjardins, he'll play it back for Weaver. D-to-D over for Lorne. Norman, down low for Desjardins. Norman took a hit there. Pops right back up, though. Back down low. Weaver couldn't find Norman on that, so Evan has to pinch down. Play back to the point. Just 9 seconds left here in this power play. Canucks doing a good job just cycling this away. Norman, Desjardins, Weaver shoots off the post, and then Norman swings and misses as that puck was right there, and he can't believe it as he looks to the heavens. Mappin comes out, wins
Winner
that
of the
face-off.
50-50 draw for $880. Bill Langtree.
Takes that puck up the middle. Mappin shoots, saved by Round. He'll cover that one up for a whistle. Takes that one in the guts. Face-off going to come in the Canucks zone. Egan will be out here for this face-off against Mappin. Played forward. Vandy couldn't get that one out. Egan tried to lay into Mappin. Needed a good job getting away from that check. Egan stays with him though. Legal back to the point. On net. Just kicked away there by Round as it took a deflection. Now big shot from the point. That's wide. Gilbert finds the rebound. He'll clear it off the glass. Knocked down with the high stick. And as the Knights touch that puck next, that's whistled down. Face-off should come outside into the neutral zone. Again, any technical difficulties, not a lot we can do here. Just bad Wi-Fi here tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to remedy that for our next home or away game. Home game should have no problem with it. Massingham played that to the side. Now Hansen will get it out the rest of the way. I'll get controls there. Knights bring it in. Gilbert watching Mappin. Mappin leaves it. Mappin out front has it. And he scores! Ty Mappin gets the Knights back within one. 7:37 left here in this third period of play, so there's lots of time left. Canucks win that face-off, and the Knights with some energy back in this building, too, for their crowd. Taylor tried to tip that deep. Didn't get past Craig, though. Desiree over for Weaver. Tried to find Evan. Craig up the ice. Kuntz. That one deflects wide of the net. Mott's going to get to it first. Takes a hit there from Weaver. Taylor took a high stick. Shot on. That's just over the net. Craig. Now Kenny off the boards for Kuntz. Finds Craig as a man out front. That was Mott. Tied up by Desiree. That one tipped on, saved. And that one's fired just wide by Kuntz on the rebound. Back out, kicked out by Round. Just able to pick that up last second. And that one fired into the Canucks bench. A little bit of duck and cover there. Cal Farnquist had to be careful. Just about took a puck. Face off back in the Canucks end. Egan. Puck loose in the dot after that face-off. Canucks able to get it out of the zone. Van de Wettering takes a hit, but Craig gets it down the rest of the way. Stanky out of his net. Knights try and get it up. That's Oliver with the pass. Couldn't connect to Boyle, and Craig will just slap it down deep again. Bad turnover here. Canucks have an opportunity. Egan couldn't get a shot on. Now Van de Wettering spinning away from a hit, trying to protect himself. Topping came in, though, and picked that puck up. Knights out of their zone. We got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a boarding call coming up against the Canucks. So it's going to be Lane Van de Wettering going to the box for a boarding call. Coach Marcel Capel having a word with the referee. Didn't agree with that call. Or if he says he's going to make that, how about the other one you missed that Marcel thinks? Knights win that face-off, but it brings him out of the zone.
Number 34, Wayne Van Rettering, 2 minutes for boarding.
Craig, watched there by Bame. Up the ice. Weaver tried to pinch and break that up. That didn't work out. Now cross ice for Smith. Knights are going to set up. Craig with it at the line. Bobbles it, but keeps it in. Over for Legal. Back for Craig. A little bit of a pick there from Legal. Cross ice. Nice read there by Weaver. Able to break that up into the slot. Blocked there by Massingham. Has it loosened underneath them, and then Weaver's able to find that puck and clear it down the ice. Craig makes a move. Gets around Norman and passes it up for Kenny. Christian Kenny. Back to the point for Craig. Graham Craig, glove down there. Kenny stops that clearing attempt, kept it in the zone. Smith. Fanned on his first opportunity. Kept in the zone, though, by the Knights. Craig. Over for Legal. A little bit of a stutter step, and here comes Norman the other way. Has Hansen, gets it to him. Hansen, what a save by Stanky, able to reach out with the blocker and get it. Beautiful play there by Norman to second effort dive and get that to Hansen. That's tough to pick up a puck at speed like that. .39 seconds left here in this power play. Knights able to win that. Desjardins watching his man in the corner. That's Topping. Taylor trying to beat Boyle to that puck. Battle for it in the corner. Alget's going to come up with it. Off the boards. Mingus. Now for Mott. Mott brings it in. Mingus with it. Cleared off the glass and out by Taylor. That one bounces to Henriksen. A little bit of a lucky play. Cleared just outside the zone. Almost gloved down, though, at the blue line. That was close. Both teams back to even strength here. Mott will bring it in, though. 3-on-2. That one deflects off Weaver into the corner. Mappin picks it up. Takes a big hit there from Craig, but absorbed it pretty good. I'll give Mappin credit. You see guys take runs at him, but he's a solid human being. Now chipped up for Craig. He's got Van de Wettering with him. Going to the front of the net. Shoots! Blocker or glove down there with the shoulder. Big hit there from Craig. That was Mott on the receiving end of that. He's skating to the bench right now. Bame trying to get that puck away from Craig. Craig tries to line Craig up. That was broken up, and here's Smith. Ramps up off a stick of Weaver up into the netting, out of play. Massingham out here on this draw, ties up Mappin. Hansen's able to skate onto the puck. Sent over for Bame. Checked into the boards there, loses control. Puck into referee's feet. Bame's just trying to tie it up here. Massingham there helping out as well. Bame finds Hansen. Got that on, but blocked in front. Puck bounced up. Played back to the point. Henriksen. Shot on. Rebound in Massingham's skates. Henriksen could be caught here. He's got to be careful. Legal just at the end of a shift. And if he had a little bit more gas, that's something you got to watch out for. But actually, the way that he's putting weight on that leg, that looks like he might be kind of hurt. Now here come the Canucks. Taylor has Norman with them. Back for Taylor. Taylor around the net. Norman in front. Desjardins screaming off the bench. Couldn't get there in time for Taylor to make a pass to him. Norman played back for Lauren Weaver. Cross ice. Evans shoots. That one's blocked. Knights regain control in their own end. Getting down to crunch time here. Van de Wettering off the bench. Weaver steps up and hits Coons down. Taylor with the puck. 1:15 left. Taylor will gain center ice. He's going to go off for a change. That pass, I'm pretty sure, hit the linesman.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Oh, we got a penalty coming up against the Knights. What the? Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike call against Maude. And the Canucks are going to go to a power play here. Coach Marcel Capel going to call a timeout here. Just 55 seconds left, and the Canucks are going to get a power play up 1. I'm not sure what was said there. That there's a pass that tried to come up this near side where you guys can't see, and it hit the linesman or the referee, and Mott must have had something to say to him, and he must have just continued, because usually you can get away with a comment or something like that if it hits the ref, like he doesn't want to get in the way, he feels bad, but he must have just went way over the line or continued to say something. Because for him to get a penalty on that, I'm just astounded, to be honest. Canucks got to be careful, though. Name of the game here is going to be control.
Clock streaks penalty to number 92, Zach Mott. 2 minutes.
Weaver with it at the right point.
The time 55.8.
He'll try and play that down low. Canucks got to be careful. Could be a breakaway pass here as Mappin was in behind everyone. Back out front. Canucks losing their bodies. They have the numbers advantage here. They shouldn't be giving up these kinds of opportunities. A little bit of miscommunication on who was supposed to cover that. Who there, I'm guessing. And now the Knights are going to call their timeout. They're just going to mute it here. We're getting ready to drop the puck here. Just 30 seconds left here in this game. Knights win that face-off too, so here it could be interesting. Smith with it. Pinned to the corner there by Hendrickson. And the net was off its moorings again. Now, face-off should stay in the zone, I'm guessing. Massingham out here against Mappin for this pivotal face-off. Massingham able to win that. Henriksen cleared off the boards. Craig gets back there, and that's going to be icing. So we have 11 seconds left. Comes down to this, folks. One final face-off, won by the Knights. All get on net, paddled away into the corner. Canucks just going to try and eat this puck. And the Canucks are going to walk out of here with a victory, shorthanded. And they're going to walk out of Fox Creek to improve to 1-0 on the season. All time, now they're 17-5 in opening games in the NPHL. As Fox Creek drops to 1-1 in opening games. It's just their second year in the league. But gutsy effort there by the Canucks. Shout out to Jeff Taylor jumping back into the lineup. Just to have that veteran savvy. Didn't take no extra shifts. No, if he needed to get off the ice, he did. He made the smart play, cleared off the glass, and just to have him back in the lineup is huge. Great win for the Canucks. We'll be back in town next weekend for our home opener against the Valley View Jets. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we powered through. And like I say, I'll post the third period video in case no one else can see it. But I want to thank everyone for joining us here, and we'll see you guys for the next one.